Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I know I've made curry chicken in the past on my channel, but I've really elevated this dish. So I'm so excited to remake this dish and show you guys how I did it. So right into the video, I am using just skinless chicken thighs. I took the skin off, cut most of the fat off, and I'm just going to season it with some black pepper, some ginger, some ground ginger. And then this is the type of curry powder I like to use. I like to use sometimes the mild version, and sometimes I like to use the spicy version, but today I chose to use the mild version. I'm going to throw some allspice berries in, but you can use pimento seeds. And then I'm going to throw in about 3 sprigs of thyme leaves. And then I'm going to throw in 2 to 3 garlic cloves chopped, and then some onions, some red peppers, and I chopped up some potatoes. And then I'm just going to add about a tablespoon of grapeseed oil in, and then mix around. I'm using gloves because when it comes to Jamaican spices, anytime I'm mixing it up with my hands, I do not, because you don't want those spices to get underneath your nails. So I'm going to use gloves to mix the chicken up, and we're going to let that chicken marinate in, and the chicken and the potatoes and everything we threw in there. We're going to let that marinate in the refrigerator for just about 30 minutes to an hour. You don't have to let this sit overnight. You can, but I don't. Just 30 minutes to an hour. Now we are going to move on to cooking the chicken. So first I like to throw in some grapeseed oil, just enough oil to cover the pan. And then I'm going to throw in about 2 tablespoons of the curry powder we use to season our chicken. And we just want to saute that curry powder. We don't want to let it burn. We're just going to let it saute for about 3 to 5 minutes. Once it's like a nice little boil going, your oil is hot, you want to then take just your chicken, and we want to actually kind of sear that chicken into that curry powder flavor in that oil. And your house is going to smell so good, because curry powder in itself to me smells amazing, but it just, it's gonna smell so good. So we're just gonna let that chicken sear on one side for about 4 to 5 minutes, and put your lid on there. We're gonna come back, and then we're gonna flip the chicken over and then let it sear again on the other side for about 4 to 5 minutes. And as you can see, it is really that curry powder oil mixture that we sauteed. Really, I mean, it's making our chicken look beautifully browned when you flip it over. So we want that sear on both sides. So again, we're going to flip it over and let it sear for a good 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're not going to forget about those potatoes and those onions and those red peppers. I'm going to add, starting off, about 2 cups of water, a little bit more curry powder seasoning, and I'm just going to stir that around, because then once our chicken is seared on both sides, we are going to throw that into our pot. And as you can see, our chicken is looking delicious. So we're going to throw all of that into the pot, and you can add as much water in it as you want to. I do like mine to be kind of like a stew-like, or like, I guess, extra gravy. So when the rice you get that scoop, y'all know what I'm talking about. And you put that in the gravy in the chicken. Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be so good. So I ended up adding just a little bit more water. I think I added another cup because I wanted all the gravy. But at this point, my stove the whole time was on a medium heat. And then once it gets to a nice boil, I'm going to throw 2 bay leaves in, and then I'm going to cut my stove down to if you got numbers, do it like a level 3. And or level 2. It just depends on your stove. But you're just gonna let this cook on a low heat with the lid on until the chicken is done. It is so tempting though to like taste, and try to get a piece of chicken, but don't, just let it do what it do. And so mine went for about 45 minutes, and as you can see, it got a little thick. It is so moist and juicy, and at this point you can taste it to adjust your seasonings. I wanted my gravy or my sauce to be just a little more like I wanted it to be thicker. So what I did was I took some of the gravy out and then into a measuring cup. And then I added in 1 tablespoon of flour. Depending on how thick you want it to be, that determines how much flour you're going to use. So I just wanted to do 1 tablespoon of flour, put it in that gravy, as you can see, and then I dumped it right back into that pot. And this is really going to thicken up the gravy some more. I wanted it to be like a slim thick. But yeah, to get it to that perfect consistency. So I just used 1 tablespoon of flour. And I'm just going to mix that around. And at this point, your chicken is pretty much done. You're just going to allow that flour to thicken up the gravy a little bit. And then I threw in some parsley. You can use fresh chopped parsley, or you can use parsley flakes. Mix that around and let it go for another 5 minutes on a low heat. And then you are done. Of course, after you had to do a taste test to make sure all the seasonings that you put in, it worked. But that's pretty much it. And we're ready for presentation time. So I made brown rice. You can use white rice. You can use whatever type of starch you want to. And I put it in a ramekin so it can make that perfect, that perfect shape. And I just patted it down into the ramekin, the rice, and I'm going to flip it over. And it should come out just like that. Real simple. And then our beautifully cooked curry chicken. I'm going to place that all around the rice and then add some potatoes, some onions, some red peppers. And then the best part is that gravy. Oh, I got chills. Oh my God. The gravy is, I feel, oh my God, the best part. Because when you get that perfect rice and gravy and chicken and potato on the fork mixture, garnish it with some parsley, man, and then there you have it. But y'all know I was going to dig in to let y'all see how did you guys miss it? Should I go back so y'all can see again how I was able to take my fork and just dip it in the chicken? And just, oh my God. Now y'all see what I mean when I say the gravy is really important, because, you got to get the gravy on the rice and then the chicken. And then look how moist it is. Jesus Christ. Look how moist this chicken is. You guys got to try it. We are elevating our dishes. I'm always looking to create or find new recipes to try and just make it my own. And I hope you guys take this recipe, make it your own, or follow it on what I do step by step. It's all in your choice. It's your kitchen. I ain't gonna argue with you. But that's pretty much it, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys are washing your hands, and I will see you guys at my next video.